Okay, now my leaders, for our launch, our question, our focusing question has basically been the same, and I said that it will continue to be the same for our module 2 lessons. And that is, how are the conditions on the front affecting the soldiers? Our content framing question, which is what are the central ideas of chapter 5, we are now about to really delve into it because I've provided a organizer and our transitional phrases as well. I want you to use the transitional phrases, and I'm going to give you an example of what transitional phrases are. Usually, what they do is let us know or give us a clue or a hint that what's about to happen or what's about to be stated after the transition word, that it's going to be important or something that we may have to refer back to. So we may need to really make sure that we underline, highlight, circle, whatever it is that we need to do so we can remember that information going forward. So now what we're going to do, using that organizer and using the transitional phrases that I've provided with you, you're going to use one or annotate one example. And I'm going to do one of them for you as well, or with you. What you're going to do now is focus on how the specific incidents or events that are taking place in the war is actually affecting the soldiers' attitudes toward life. Just think about it. All of these, or most of these soldiers, entered the war at the age of 15, 16, some as young as 14, we've found out. But now they're 20, 19, 20, 21. And so they've been in this war. And like one of the soldiers, Paul, stated, when I entered this, we were all so full of life. We were so eager and we thought that life had a lot of opportunities for us. But now that we're old and they're only 21, 20, but yet he's referring to them themselves as being old because he's saying that because he's saying we've experienced too much at even our young age. We've experienced so much to where even if we were to make it out of this war, what's out there for us now? Because our minds have seen things that it should not have seen. We've had to endure and we've had to do things that we should not have had to do at our young age. So going back home to our normal life, that's not going to be easy for us to do. It's going to be difficult for them to do. And that's basically what he's saying. And so that's where chapter 5 is leading us to. So I want you to be able to look into chapter 5. I have two example passages, and I'm going to annotate one of them with you, and then I will leave the second one for you to do. And I want you to circle, highlight, underline, make notes, use your sensory imagery that I've introduced you to. You know, our sense of smell, our hearing, our sight, taste, and our feelings. I want you to use all of that for the passage, okay? To explain what the events are, what type of toll the events are having on the soldier's attitude towards life. And then once you do that, you're also going to create an explanatory paragraph. And we know that an explanatory paragraph basically tells you what's going on and what the details are mainly about. Okay. So we're going to do that in just a minute.